Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Talking eBay. Appreciate you tuning in this week and see what we're talking about. How's everyone doing? Hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving. Yes, we are in fourth quarter now, and you know what? Thanksgiving weekend was wicked slow for me. Black Friday was wicked slow. I mean, it is what it is. A lot of people were complaining about how slow it was for them on eBay. I know, what the problem is. I told you with this before my last episode that people are really looking for new items and not so much used items yet. As the economy does shift, and it will shift, like I said before, things will change and people will start looking for used items and different items. So not to worry. You know what? And then after that, about a week later, but actually, literally about 4 or 5 days later, I started picking up, and I had about 7, 8 really good sales, 9 sales, and I had a really good sale the other day. So things are picking up again. So picking up on the back end. So definitely the way to go. It is really, really nice. So the other question I have is like, how are you doing? Are you doing well? Are you listing? Are you, getting out there and finding new things? And, yard sale season is pretty much over for most of the country. It's kind of turning into winter. It's getting crappy out and lousy. So where do you find stuff? Well, I've been doing a lot of auction buying online. Now, a couple different ways of doing that. You can actually go and search. You can look for auctions. There's so many different platforms right now that sell. There's all kinds of Goodwills, and there's all kinds of different auction sites. There's just so many things out there. You can just Google auctions. There's a ton of them out there, and so many cool things. And the other day, I was looking around, and I found some pocket watches that I liked. And so I looked them up, and they didn't show the back of them. That was a kind of a lame listing. It just said 12 pocket watches, 12 pocket watch lot. Now, some of them were newer. Nothing was really old. Nothing was really antique. So I'm looking at these watches. I'm saying, these are really kind of cool and different. But the one really stood out to me is that I love that there was a cool Sesame Street watch. It said Sesame Street on the front of it, did not show the back of it. Okay. And I showed the front of it like was Bert and Ernie, whatever. So Sesame Street characters. So I thought that kind of the rest of them were kind of like standard, generic, cheap watches, but you can still make money with those. But this one here really kind of, stood out. So I said, no, I can't. There's no information. There's nothing there. They don't know everything. And that's one thing about these places that sell on auctions. They just don't know everything. Nobody knows everything. It's impossible to know everything. And that's what's cool about auctions. There's so many opportunities out there when you're looking around. So I pulled out my phone, and I'm not sure if you know this, but Google. Well, Google has an app called Google Lens. So that's really cool. Now, if you never used that app before, definitely download it. It's Google, just basically the Google app, and you'll click on the listing, and you'll see like a little photo, a little photography. That thing will pop up, and that's Google Lens. So what that is that it reads the image, okay, and then pulls up anything on the internet that's like that. So it's not like AI, we'll talk about AI in a minute. So stay tuned to this episode. We're going to talk about AI, which is really exciting with what's going on with eBay, what happened to me today. So I did a listing, and I want to do just a quick podcast here and just talk to you about that. So the first thing is I found this auction, and this is all part of the story. So I went online, like I said, I saw this watch lot, and I used my Google Lens, and I took a picture of it, and it came up. I said, wow, this is really cool. It's a Sesame Street limited edition fossil pocket watch. Limited edition, so many numbers. It did not say that on the back. I knew that by the front of the photo because there's nothing else like that, specifically like this watch. It was the only one that came up. So I knew it was that one. Either that or it was counterfeit, right? One or the other. So I took a shot. They sold between 60 and 190. So that was a good return. The lot was like $20. So $20, nobody was bidding on it because there was no information about that. No one could really search anything. It was like a blind auction. It had no description at all. It just said 12 pocket watches. So no one's really going to find that unless you like pocket watches. So I had a good shot of getting it. So I got it for like $20, and it came the other day. I needed a battery. I put a battery in. I always do that all the time. Replace batteries. That's easy to do. And it ran beautiful. And it was the limited edition fossil. On the back of it had limited edition, and you can go to my Talking eBay channel. I made a video about that. You can see there's a video on there about that specific pocket watch. So check that out. Go to Talking eBay on YouTube, and I'll show you. There's a whole video on there about that pocket watch and how cool it is. So check that out. You're gonna really like that. So after you listen to this podcast, go over there and check that out. And also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe on that channel. That really helps me out. And if you're enjoying these podcasts, also leave rating, I guess, and just let me know. Appreciate that. And so what happened was, so I got the pocket watch, and I'm like super excited about this thing because this is like really cool. This is like between $70 and $150 watch. It works. It has some scratches on the back of it. It wasn't perfect, and I didn't expect it to be perfect. And really cool. It was exactly what it was. So I use Google Lens to give me an edge. No one's using that. So use Google Lens. You'd be surprised. I do it all the time. I'll take pictures on the computer screen and it'll tell me what it is. I'll get quick answers and quick information. And that's what that's for. So it gives you an edge. It gives you information that no one else has, including the people selling the stuff. They don't know everything. It's just impossible. You can't know everything. I mean, you can know a lot, but you can't know everything. And when you have a little bit of advantage, it's so important to have that because you need that advantage. You need that leverage to help you make decisions, especially when it comes to expensive items. Not so much this pocket watch that was cheap, but in general. So got the watch, I looked at it today. Check out the YouTube channel. I listed it for $125. It works fine. And now if they were brand new in the box with the packaging and everything, they run for about $299 to $300, right? So I put it off for $125. If somebody offers me $80, $90, I'll take it. And I paid $20 for the whole lot. I still have 10 more watches to list, and some of them are cool. Some of them are like $10, $15 watches. Some are $20 watches, but this one I knew was a home run. So sometimes you need one or two really good ones to make a good deal. So I got that done, and it was really cool, and I was super excited about that. So the next thing is, so I learned how, so I listed it, I got that all listed, and as I was making the listing, I noticed on eBay, there's some new things that are rolling out, and if you don't know, eBay is really getting heavy into AI. Now, AI, all kinds of AI, and using AI to make better photos, to create better images, to do better removal of backgrounds. They're using AI for a lot of things. But this was really cool, and this is coming out as they must have picked me. I don't know why, but I had a beta version of this, and it's coming out more and more. And you should be getting it soon if you don't have it already. So what it was basically, it takes the information in your title, okay, and the more information you give in the title, the better it's going to give more in the description area. So in the description area, it'll say create AI description. I said, what is this? I've never seen this before. Create AI description. I clicked on AI description. It takes the information that I gave it in the title, pulls information from the internet, and creates a beautiful and compelling description. This is mind-blowing and just really cool. Think about that. It came up with the watch. It has a limited edition, has a new battery, because I put a new battery and I said that. So I said new battery, so it says limited edition Sesame Street watch. It came up with the whole thing. Check out the video. I'm telling you, it is mind-blowing. So I just couldn't believe that. Then I said, okay, well, this is unusual. This is really cool. So I said, let me erase it and try it again. Let me see if it does the same thing. Is it going to just copy the same thing, or is it going to come up with something different? Well, I erased it. I removed it, and then I hit create AI description, and I made a different one, but a little bit different. It had more specific. It had the actual limited edition number, like 960 out of 1500, which I said that, but it didn't say that before. It said it the second time. So it kind of thinks differently every time it looks for the information. So it pulls the information that you have, it pulls the information from the internet, and makes a compelling description. Now, the description was really cool because it was really designed for someone who was really a collector. It gave really specific information, a very collectible and desirable watch, something of Sesame Street and Jim Henson, and it just gave information that maybe I didn't know because it used AI intelligence to pull the information from the internet based on what you fed it and what's out there. And it made an unbelievable description. So you've got to check out that video, guys. Go to my YouTube channel, Talking eBay, and watch the last video. You'll see it says AI, eBay AI. It is incredible. And this is what's going on today. eBay is really getting heavy into AI. I think it's a game changer for all of us. You're going to see a lot of automation. You're going to see a lot of this was very automated, right? It took my information. I didn't have to write any description. It made it for me. Think about it. And it made a good description. It made a compelling description. It was super exciting. I had to make this podcast tonight because I just made the YouTube video a few minutes ago. I said, I got to make a podcast because this is something that you need to know. this is just the coolest thing ever. I mean, think about this. You don't have to think too much. Not that you don't have to think. You got to feed it the right information to get the right information out of it, right? So it takes that information and then makes it and embellishes it and makes it so it's really compelling, especially to a collector, right? Something in vintage, something used, something different. Maybe something from a '69 Corvette, specific year. I mean, think about how much data there is out there that you may not know that might say, yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense now. Oh, yeah, I forgot it had the 16-inch rims. Oh, I forgot it had that special emblem. You just don't know what you don't know, right? Sometimes you just forget and you just don't realize how much more there is to a specific description than just great used item. You know what I mean? So think about that, right? You just can't say just great used items. Say, I want to give more information, and that's out there for you, and that is really cool. I don't see anybody else really using this technology in the market. I know AZ doesn't do that. I know Craigslist doesn't do that. Facebook certainly doesn't do that. A lot of companies don't do this. I think eBay, from what I see so far, is really utilizing and jumping on the AI bandwagon. And usually they're behind. They're always behind in everything. I'm telling you. I mean, they finally got 24 photos on their platform. Finally, I mean, they've had 24 photos on Craigslist for like 5 years. So I always say they're always behind, but this time they're really thinking ahead, and I give them a lot of props for that. It's really kind of cool. Let's see what happens. I think there could be new things coming with automatic price adjustments, maybe suggestions. Maybe I'll give you some information on over the year, like, okay, this is your sell rate could be percentage. Certain price points could have different percentage of click-through rate or transfer. People purchasing. I'm trying to say, like, purchasing the item. It could say like 62% buy at this price, 82% buy at this price. Think about if the AI went out there and searched all the sold items for that specific item. Think about this, right? And say, this is your chance. These are your calculations for your sales, possible sales, right? Think about that. That could happen. That's really cool. So you can say, okay, I got a 62% chance if I do this listing, but if I do it this way, it's a 92%. That's what's going to happen. So it's really super exciting about all this new technology. I mean, AI is just really cool. And I made the listing. I'm going to see what happens. I listed it a little bit high, has a little bit of scratches on the back of it, but you know what? I think I paid like $8 for, not even, maybe $6 for the watch. I had 10 of them. Maybe $4. I have to look up the exact price with the shipping and all that stuff. But it wasn't much. It was like 20, $25 delivered. So auctions are cool. AI is cool. Use Google Lens. Use all the tools in your toolbox. Use your smartphone. Use your brain. Look at something and say, this is different. Let me get my phone out and look at this. Not everybody sees everything black and white. I picked up a really cool mid-century Howard Miller calendar clock. Now, I used my smartphone. I didn't know exactly what it was, but I thought it was cool, right? When you see mid-century modern, cool, difference. You can see the lines, circles, things like that. Mid-century modern is really, really cool. I picked up a clock 6 months ago at a thrift store for $7 and sold it for $600. Why? Because I know mid-century modern and I couldn't find it anywhere. But you know what? I went super high because I know it was teak. I know it was mid-century modern. I knew it was from the 1950s. And I said, you know what? I'm going to put a crazy price on it. And you know what? Somebody paid me. So you can find a lot of cool stuff out there. So much stuff, guys. And AI is going to make it easy and make it just super simple for you to create and make better listings. So when you sell on eBay, you get the information. Really, to be successful, you need data, right? This is what the Google Lens does, right? It gives you data. What does your smartphone give you? Data. What does the internet give you? Gives you data. So how you read it and how you perceive that data really makes a difference in how you how you make a presentation, how you, show the product, take good photos, make a compelling video. It's a whole picture. It's a whole description. It's not just a photo. It's not just a video. And it's not just an ad. It is everything that makes the customer feel comfortable, confident, and trustworthy. And that's where you get the sale from. When you meet all those criteria, people will buy from you. So that's the idea. Okay. So I didn't want to make this too long. I like to make little quick presentations and just quick information so you can get knowledge from my podcast. So I hope you're enjoying all my podcasts. I have I did my 13th one. Hope I know I have a lot of downloads, over 1,000 downloads on my podcast. I've been very happy with that. Thank you so much, everybody who's been listening. I really do appreciate that. I hope it brings you some value, education, and information. That's all I care about, is want to teach you what I already know and give you more than you really bargained for, because you know what? There's so much stuff out there. It's ridiculous. And it never runs out. It never stops. And there's always another opportunity around the corner. All right, guys, I appreciate it. Always hope you enjoy this. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe on my Talking eBay channel on YouTube. Go there, subscribe. Let me know if you listen to the podcast. Leave me some comments there. I get right back to you. I answer all my comments. Everybody does. And I really appreciate everyone who listens to the podcast. As always, you have a great day and have the rest of the year. 2023 is almost over. This is December 3rd. I don't even know what date it is. December 3rd. And it's been a great season so far. And hopefully we're going to end up the season with a bang. And hope everyone has a prosperous and a happy new year as well. And I appreciate it. So we'll see you the next time. We'll definitely do another about one or two more of these before the end of the year. And then we'll see how 2024 shapes up. Hopefully it's good for everybody. And I appreciate your time. And I'll see you at the next Talking eBay.